dog. Ready to sing? Every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. In the early misty morning light, I heard the engine turn, the old Ford outside. You were leaving me again today. You convinced me again today. You're leaving this hot town looking for someone else's golden ring. Should have said so long, Susanna. Hush now, don't you cry. So long, Susanna. Don't you cry for me. That is one fine singing dog. You can take or leave the human, but you got to give the dog his props. That's Champ Shannon. That's one Champ Shannon. Famous singing dog. The famous singing dog of TikTok. I'm probably not that famous, but he's adequate. He's adequate. All right, let's see. Call me Al. Good day. Christmas Eve. Ready to enjoy a glass of wine. Hope everyone is well. Likewise, welcome. Welcome from down under. They're living in the future down there. They've had AI for decades, apparently. They're like just that much farther ahead. They're like, oh yeah, we thought you had it. We wondered why you weren't talking about it. But they say it with their like funny accent. They're just edgy. They have a je ne sais quoi about them. And I could ask ChatGPT what that means, but I don't really care. It's just a fun word to say. Do you need lottery numbers? Exactly. So welcome everybody. If you're new here, my name's Kyle Shannon. Hey Kyle. And this is the AI Learning Lab. And what we learn about here is purebred animal husbandry. Different kind of lab. No, that's not it. I missed that one a lot. I'm the original person that ran this was qualified. I auditioned for a role that I thought was going to be a TV show. They said it's like a TV show on TikTok, and very few people watch it. It's a small audience. I was desperate. They were paying nothing, and I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, so Mr. IT, it's our second Christmas together. Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm going to take tomorrow and Christmas off. And then, boy, do we have a hell of a weekend. And let's see, Side Hustle Mimi. ChatGPT helped me to grocery shop today. Side Hustle Mimi. Okay, this is my favorite. Actually, now that I think about it, Brandon, I need to, and if Joy's on the line, I need to get into a everyday life hacks, AI life hacks session, because maybe this is what you did. I'm pretty sure I invented this, so not for nothing. This is proprietary intellectual property. Okay, so you know how the missus will text you 27 items. in a text, and they're all in some random order that has nothing to do with how the store is laid out. You know that text, right? And then you know how that text is followed up with the 4 other texts after it. And then the 5th one after that, while you're halfway through the store with 3 other items in it. No, you take all those, you just copy paste that crap right into ChatGPT. You say, organize it by grocery store. Squit, out it comes. Fantastic. And then I copy and paste it from ChatGPT into notes, and I can check off my little checklist. It's all organized. It used to be one of the most anxious, tense. I'm like, what do you want? Now I'm just like, I'll just add it into the pre-organized list. It's fantastic. You've been granted super intelligence. What's the first thing you're going to do? I'm going to work on my shopping list management. Oh, man. Danielle, FYI, my write-up on prediction on OpenAI was correct. Which one? That they're going to start selling 3D printed frogs? that they're going into the toy business? ES branding. I made an entire website using ChatGPT today. The AGI prediction at the end of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, they I actually find it I find it fascinating. Well, a couple of things. Gary Marcus did not disappoint and shit all over O3 going, it's not AGI. They faked it. I told you so. He's such a miserable man. I'm sure he is lovely in person. And I'm sure being in a family with him is incredible. But like I thought that the announcement was incredibly powerful, but if you look just a little bit under the surface, a single answer for them to hit that 87.5% on the ARC AGI test was about $3,200. They spent like 1.1 million to answer all the questions to hit that 87% number. So that just says to me it's early. They're going to optimize it, and a year from now we'll reap the benefits of that. But man, like so many people are just like, AGI's been hit, the world has changed, everything is different. And I think it was actually Sam Altman that said something along the lines of, we may not know exactly when we hit it, and when we do, it's likely going to be a continuum. Most people are not going to notice it. And if you look at the announcement that they made, what did they talk about? They talked about obscure mathematics equations, right? Most people looking at that, like all of us hanging out here just trying to figure out, how do I use ChatGPT to make a picture of my dog's butt? Like, we're not going to use O3. And it's okay. It's okay. I have come to a realization probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago when O1 preview came out. I'm like, oh, there are going to be some of these things that just everyday people don't need to worry about at all. Let them go figure out free energy. Let them go solve all the diseases. Let them, right? People who have those skills they need that bigger model. We don't. So anyway, but I find it fascinating how big a deal that was made. All right, new TikTok pin. Oh yeah, hang on, switch cams. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to figure this out. I've only been in this new role as educator in chief for about a week. I don't know how to quite work the cameras or anything. I'm really here just as a fill-in for educational edutainment kind of situation. All right. Bismillah Mahadi, which country is most technologically innovated? That's a fascinating question. I mean, certainly I think the US is up there in terms of generative AI, the leading models, but if you look at the speed with which China is basically replicating everything else that they see is pretty remarkable. The advantage that China has is they can do whatever the hell they want, right? You know, in America, we've got, you know, these pesky legislators that are like, wow, we're not going to let you steal data with the world's largest plagiarism machine there. Let's go ahead and regulate that and lock that bad boy down. Okay. Let's be responsible with our data usage. We haven't done that yet. Thank goodness. I mean, I would say right now it's the U.S. and China, and there's probably a fair amount China has that we don't know about. And that's actually really curious. I'm curious. Cindy Kuhn might know the answer to this. I think I know the answer to this. You know, I think our government and military probably have AI that we don't know about. That's more like traditional AI, like military applications of it. That's not necessarily generative AI. I would say with generative AI, the U.S. is in the clear lead there. But anyway. The next war will be AI. Yeah, if I'll tell you what, if you looked at, have you seen the? We'll come back to the. Let me ask a question. Is Ann Murphy around? Ann, if you're around, let me know. We can bring you up here. But in the meantime, let me show you something crazy. If you haven't seen it, oh, let me show you this because I just think it's hilarious. So I just wrote an article for LinkedIn called "Do You Know Who Your Rick Rubins Are?" And this makes me happy. I use, so one of the nice things here's a reason to learn all the different tools, right? Like ideogram is better at text and things like that. Okay, it's not here yet. But Grok will make you images of celebrities. It just doesn't care, and it'll make you images of brands. So I just wrote an article on LinkedIn called "Do You Know Who Your Rick Rubins Are?" Oh. So here's what we do here. If you're new here, got a few people here tonight. There's a couple of things going on. Ann Murphy's going to come on. We're going to talk about AI Festivus. So this Friday and Saturday, if you're not doing anything, and quite frankly, even if you are, this might be a good excuse to escape the family. We're doing this thing called AI Festivus, which is 24 hours of programming spread across 2 days. So 12 hours on Friday, 12 hours on Saturday. It's free. If you go to aifestivus.com, you just register and then you're registered. We have had, like, it is crazy how many registrations we've had. In fact, we actually had to change how we're producing the event because we thought we were going to have one class of audience size and we moved up, I don't know, an order of magnitude higher than I thought we would have, which is super exciting. It's super exciting. But it's going to be a fantastic day. It's 34 separate speakers. Every hour is a different panel or workshop or demo for just 12 hours straight. And then the next day, same thing. So if you're trying to get your head around AI, we were talking today about, like, you know, how are people going to do this? And you know, I figure with most things like this, what you'll probably do is you'll pick, I want to go to that one and that one and that one, and then you'll put those in your calendar. I think what you should do is just show up and just leave it on all day. Like leave it in the background. If you're not interested in something, get up and walk away. But just like let the osmosis of AI optimism and the generosity of these communities. We actually pulled together. There's people from the AI Salon that are presenting, people from She Leads AI, people from Rachel Woods's AI Exchange group, and people from the Marketing AI Institute's Paul Reitzer's group are all presenting. And they're all volunteering their time on a holiday weekend to just make a really cool event for anyone who wants to come. And we've got a lot. So go sign up for that. And then when Ann gets here, we'll talk about it. But so the other thing we do here is, feel free to just, if you have questions about AI, or if you want me to, give my opinion on something, we're never shy on that. In fact, the Rick Rubin thing that I was talking about earlier, the article that I wrote, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, here it is. Oh no, it just got rid of it. Dang it. Dang you, algorithm. All right. So let me show you this. So there's the picture. Oops. Hang on. Do you know who your Rick Rubins are? So if you don't know who Rick Rubin is, he's a music producer, Grammy Award winning, incredibly trusted, and he's kind of famous for this. I have no technical ability. I know nothing about music. I don't know how to play an instrument. I don't know how to work a recording console, and I don't know how to use a computer for recording. Right? And what the article is basically talking about is, as AI technology gets better, in today's work environment and in today's society, quite frankly, we value specialization. We pay more for specialists than we do for generalists. And that iceberg is about to flip upside down. And so that's what this article is about. And why people hire Rick is for this next quote of his. I know what I like and what I don't like, and I'm decisive about what I like and what I don't like. So basically, musicians make their music, and he goes, nah, not feeling it. It's not truthful. I don't buy it. Nah. And then they do another one. He goes, that's closer, but nah. And then at some point, he's like, yeah, I'm feeling that. Let's work on that one. And that's what he does. And that's the role that is going to be the most valuable moving forward, because the AIs are going to do the tactical execution. And it's going to be someone's job to look at the output of those things and go, that's good. That one doesn't quite hit the mark, right? And if you know anything about AI, if you know people that are good at it, they tend to be like that. So who are your Rick Rubins? And are you a Rick Rubin? And if not, what skills do you need to develop to be better at that? Right? Genie in a bottle, get behind the screen door. I don't know what that means. Any alternatives for lovable.dev? Yes, your camera has a weird gradient. Really? Which one? This one? I can stop. I can quit the TikTok and come back in. All right, TikTokers. I'm going to leave. I'm going to shut it down and come back in. All right? Been a Rick Rubin fan my whole life. Oh, I've been a Rick Rubin my whole life. Now there's a name for it. There you go. There you go. No, it's okay. It's just the angle of the beards. Oh. Kyle, it does this all the time. No need to shut down. Okay, cool. He talks about meditation. Yeah, he talks about meditation. I saw Rick the other day talk about a. He said, "This is such a cool line." He goes, "Everything you do in the world could be just like a diary entry." And the reporter was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, if I write in my diary, here's what I feel, no one can judge that. Because I might read it to you and I'm like, well, that's what if I wrote that in my diary." And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, well, that's a valid opinion." And he said, everything you put in the world can be that. And that's his job. Like, his job is to have a point of view. It's literally to be himself and to be unashamed of what he feels in the moment. That's his job. I find that a remarkable life, a remarkable choice in life. I think it's a really non-obvious way to go through life. And just the more I think about it, the more I think this is the skill. This is going to be the skill 5 years from now that's going to be the most highly rewarded. Michelle Muncie Silva. See, this is where educational institutions are going to struggle because you don't teach a Rick Rubin on a particular subject. He didn't major in decisiveness in college. Michelle, you are like 1000% on the money. And it breaks my fucking heart. Actually, you know what's funny? Right before this, I was watching Dead Poets Society. My son, believe it or not, had never seen Dead Poets Society. And Dead Poets Society is the same conversation, right? Robin Williams is the one teaching them to like feel that. Who are they? Don't walk with the beat of the other drummers. And that's not, and the school rejected him, and right? And it caused all sorts of strife. I totally agree with you that and quite frankly, so yes, I agree. That's where educational institutions are going to fall on their face, and there's a huge fucking opportunity. Huge opportunity. Right? Start a university that the graduates have masters in critical thinking, right? In taste, in judgment, in decisiveness. Because business is not going to reward this. Like, why I wrote the article was I think most businesses are going to do what most businesses have done for the past 150 years, which is we want you more efficient, we want you more skilled, we want you to be a cog in our machine's wheel. And AI is going to fuck all that up. Man, the death throes of the establishment are going to be insane. We don't allow students to find their passions. Critical thinking comes from following a passion. Totally agree. Totally agree. Source Camp. I've done this as a creative director, a general contractor, and now an AI agent. Yep. Yeah. Source Camp. You're the ultimate Rick Rubin. You're like Cavruno is, Vicky Baptiste is. Like, I would say that if you want to find a high concentration of Rick Rubins in the world, come to the AI Salon, which, by the way, if you don't know about the AI Salon, let's tell you about the AI Salon. Go to the salon.ai and click on the button that says join our community. We just cracked 2,000 people. This is a community of AI optimists and people who are genuinely curious and adventurous and brave and just have fun. Like, have fun with AI. Do what they want to fucking do. Like, Rick Rubin's one of those kind of guys that you get the sense, like, Someone might be the biggest musician in the world, and if he meets them and they're a douche to him or he just doesn't vibe with them, you think he's going to produce their music? Nah, he's good. He's going to wish them luck. He's going to be polite. He's going to send them on their way. Someone else is going to come along that's just like, yeah. He likes them. He's like, yeah, I like your vibe. Why don't we spend some time? You want to do that now? Like, I just get that sense he's just like you want to do that now? That's what the salon's like. It's full of people like that. It's amazing. So you should go join that. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Brandon, I spent 15 hours this weekend collaborating with ChatGPT on screenwriting. It's so good at that. It's so good at this is the thing I'm most excited about with all of the AI tools is not the initial idea. Like, it helps you get the initial idea out. But it's like, remember before I was talking about Rick Rubin is like, yeah, that song, I don't like it. That song, that's closer, but I don't like it. That's good. Let's work on that one. I think the thing that generative AI is the best at is when you have an idea that you actually kind of know what you want and you have that feeling in your core, like, yeah, this is a good idea. You can look at the output of generative AI and instantly know, is that it? Is it right or not? Like I'm working on this musical Sydney with my writing partner Andrew, and when we do scenes, it's exactly like that. When we do music, we talk about what is the scene, what's it feel like, and then we go just make piles and piles and piles of music, and then occasionally one will just be like, oh yeah, that's it. It's really cool. And like, it's funny, like when sometimes Andrew and I will have a similar understanding of a scene and we'll both go, yeah, that's it. And then sometimes we won't. And I'll go, oh, that's it. And he's like, I was like, oh, what do you think it is? And then we have a conversation. And then it's critical thinking. And again, this is one of the misconceptions about AI is they're like, oh, it takes away the creativity. You just push a button and it squirts out a thing. Well, you push a button and it squirts out something, but most of the time it squirts out diarrhea. Sorry for the poop reference around the holidays, but it is. Most of what AI generates is a piece of shit. It's your job to go, oh, there's a nugget here that's worth finding. Here's a piece. So anyway, that's what I find exciting about it. I find it incredibly creative because I'm kind of just in Rick Rubin mode. All right. Exponential creativity is so exciting. You know what's funny, Silver Fox, is it is so counterintuitive. It is so counterintuitive. When I first started the TikTok channel, most of the comments were, because I was excited. I'm like, this stuff is so creative. It does all this creative stuff. And almost all of the comments were some version of, well, if it's that creative, what are you supposed to do? Doesn't it make you less creative if it's that creative? Nope. All right, let's see. All right. We got Ann Murphy in the house. Is that true? Has the rock star arrived? We're talking about Rick Rubin. We got to bring our rock star up here. Oh! Look at that hat.
Yeah, it's a pink bow, but better.
Well, okay. You know, I don't think it's appropriate for you to ambush me like that without letting me prepare. All right. We're going to do this. Let's do this.
Oh, we're going to do this.
Oh, we're going to do this. All right. Oh, wait, I got to move you over here so these people can see you. Okay. I took you away for a minute because I wanted to look at you, but the people have to see you. So hang on. I've got logistics here. And you know, you think it's so easy to put on a world-class production show like I have here.
Yeah. And yet, it is, you know, it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Like, you've got this whole team behind you. You would think that you could, you know, get your shit together, but
you would think, but no. All right, let me reposition myself. Okay, I think I'm good. I think we're good. Okay, everybody, in case you don't know, well, her name's on the little orange thing, so you don't have to meet her, but that's not important right now. Anne and I, okay, we go way back. So Anne's been part of the salon for forever and has an amazing group called She Leads AI, which you should check out. Absolutely. And so last year, Anne and I sort of on a lark. No, I sort of had a larky idea, and then I called you up and I said, what do you think? And you're like, I'm in, let's go. Like 2 weeks before this weekend last year, I said, you want to teach people how to make GPTs? She goes, let's do it. So you just jumped in with this amazing enthusiasm, and we put on this event, and this community made what, 150 custom GPTs for nonprofits, and we just tossed it together. And so this year, Anne and I have teamed up again, and I will let you talk about what we're doing. I showed the website earlier, but please jump in and talk about what we're.
Tell the nice people about this extravaganza.
Exactly. Tell the nice people what we're up to. And you know, there's a part of me that's really excited and proud, and there's a part of me that's just like, we're just fucking nuts. What are we doing?
I was thinking about it today, and I was like, you know, we probably could have quit at like, I don't know, 20 speakers, but but you know, 34 is better, I guess. You know, 20 is good, 34 is better.
More is better. More is better. And so it's this Friday and Saturday, the 27th and 28th. And look, the website still says 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., which would have worked had Anne stopped, but she didn't. So we're now going from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. And it's basically just a workshop an hour, right? A workshop or a panel or like.
Yep. Yes, indeed. You can plan on pretty much on the hour, give or take, you know, 15 minutes here or there, a change of scenery. Yep. So, you know, you'll get to know one workshop presenter, you'll get to know one topic, and then you're going to go to the next, and you're going to go to the next. And I tried to organize them so we could go from like right brain to left brain a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty slick. I didn't know you actually thought about this.
I did. Well,
you saw how I normally work, but I if I'm working with you, I'll make the exception. the putting thought into something really not on brand for AI Learning Lab.
Well, it was that and just the algorithm. Like I shared with you, I ended up using ChatGPT 01 to reason through everybody's particular availability, which oftentimes was, you know, kind of, well, quirky, because that's what we are.
It is the holidays. We're trying to get 30 people to commit an hour on a holiday weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So this is an example of when AI did something that my brain absolutely could not have done, which is to somehow or another cross-reference 34 people's schedules. Yeah. To find a calendar, to get a calendar that worked for all of them. And I mean, point of pride here, I don't care how the rest of it goes. Not a single person has written to me asking to change their time.
Wow. Yeah. It's funny. Before you got on, I was talking about, I think one of the killer apps of generative AI is organizing my wife's incomprehensible text messages at the grocery store
Mm.
into sections of the grocery store. and this is like the grown-up version of that, right? Like
Yep.
plan this event. I mean, it's brilliant for that.
Loved it. I've been wondering how some event organizers do so many things. And I mean, AI has made it so doable,
Yeah.
so doable. We're able to put on this event for a song and in no time at all. And I'm just kind of comparing and contrasting the professional summit firms, what they charge and how many people they have and what marketing channels they have. And given that we have somehow or another 2,000 people registered.
Yeah, I didn't let everyone know. I said it was going well. Like we have more than 2,000 people have signed up for this thing. Like it's to the point that we had to change our Zoom strategy. So actually, you know what? You and I talked a lot about logistics today, but I didn't get a chance to ask you this, and I think it'd be good for everyone to hear it. So at one point, I don't know, a month or so ago, you and I said, "Oh, we should do it." We kind of had this idea. And I'm like, great. Like you and I always do. We'll come up with an idea. We're like, we should do that. And then we go off and our lives happen. And, it happens, it doesn't, right? And then you came back like 2 weeks later and you're like, so we're doing this thing. I got a bunch of ideas. We're going to call it AI Festivus. And I have a team put together. And you're like, let me run with it. And then like you disappeared for 2 weeks. And like what came out was this fully completed, fully executed website, the full plan, 34 speakers. I sort of woke up like, should I do something here? Do you want to talk about what you've been doing in these mysterious 2 weeks and how you've done this? Because it's amazing.
I will share a couple of things because I do think that there are a few things that I learned along the way that are pretty universal, right? Anyone planning any event could use some of these techniques. And one of the things I should add right off the bat, that one of the things we missed that we will never make this mistake again is some of the accessibility issues. So we have a website that's not accessible to some folks, and that is not okay with us. We made an error. We will do much better next time. We're moving quickly, and we will do better next time. So that's one of the things that I've learned, and one of the things that I put in the back of my mind. And shame on ChatGPT for not telling me that, but. So what we did is we started with thinking about what do we want to accomplish for our guests? What do we want to do? And what would that look like in reality? So we wanted to provide a sense of community, right? We always say, or I always say, that you need 3 things to be quote unquote good at AI. One is a curious mind. The other is a willingness to be vulnerable. And the third is community. So it was like, all right, everybody needs to feel like they are part of a community. This is not just another, dumb webinar that we've all gone to over the course of the last 2 years.
Yep.
So I wanted it to have personality, and I wanted it to have a vibe, and I wanted people to feel like they were part of something cool, that it wasn't like this corporate, everybody's, whatever.
Yep.
So we were like, okay, what do we want? And then we thought about who are the people who we know who, can deliver on this and won't be worried that there's like no turnaround time, and,
who are the crazy ones?
who are the crazy ones, and like, are they in our community and stuff? Because we wanted to have the opportunity to give people a platform who may not typically be up in front of now, 700, 800, 900, 1,000 people at any one point in time. So we were like, okay, who can we provide with some new opportunities? Some people care about that. So what was so fascinating to me about this is, if you look at those 34 speakers, every single person is a relationship that we have, that like part of the, AI salon, part of AI, X with Rachel Wood's, community, part of Marketing AI with Paul Retzer's community, part of She Leads AI. It was like, wow, we know a lot of people who are doing really dope stuff that
Yep.
everybody doesn't necessarily know about.
Yep.
So there was that. Then we did the speaker outreach, which Kyle, eventually did.
Yeah,
And
I feel miserably. At one point, Anne, you're so polite. At one point, Anne reaches out and she goes, "Hey, yeah, should we just go ahead and reach out to your people there? Is it at some point there, Kyle?" I was like, yeah, I'm busy.
right.
I eventually did it.
And we have an amazing cohort of speakers. Like, even just look at that. Look at Nate St. Pierre, a
Oh, yeah.
world builder. He's brilliant. He's like one of the smartest people I've met in this space. Kelly Bosch, like, who doesn't have a talent crush on Kelly and everything that she's up to? Tracy, the safety lady, you do not want to miss her talk. She is extremely charismatic and will explain to all of us she used to do safety, like fire safety, police safety, whatever, and now she does AI safety.
Oh, so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's like I'm looking through this list, and like everyone I see, I'm like, oh, that would be good. That would be good. And that's what you and I were talking about this today. That I think the real play here. Archetypal Architect said, I hope this will all be recorded. Ain't no way I can sit through all of that.
Yeah.
How I originally imagined this is that people would sort of pick the 4 or 5 they're interested in, and they would just go to those. The way I'm thinking about it now is like, turn the thing on at 9 in the morning and just have it on in the background. And if someone interesting starts speaking, because there's such a diversity of topics. Some are technical, some are creative, some are business, some are ethics and just engagement. And it's like, I just get this sense that there are probably things you'll be interested in and learn from that you had no intention of enjoying. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So let me say something to there's a question from Be Not Afraid about how do you register, and here's what Kyle is talking about. You register for the whole event, and what Kyle's recommending is just leave it on in the background, right? Like a little Mariah Carey.
It's one Zoom call that's going to go for 12
one
hours.
Zoom call. So you get some Nat King Cole, you get some Mariah Carey, you turn those off. Then you watch and listen to the AI Festivus 2024 in the background if you must. Like, if you're not interested in cybersecurity, no big. Just listen to the words and then come, all locked in for like Kim Offred's conversation about using Midjourney and her experience with having a short film produced. Pick and choose what you want.
Yep.
And, you've got 20 to choose from. So, and we didn't put them in like tracks or anything like that, because what we're hoping is that people will just like a la carte pick and choose. You may be a creative, but you may also be interested in like, how are companies taking individual AI like expertise and scaling that up to a whole entire organization? Like, that is that's like specialized knowledge that is not floating around in the world. Like, we're going to have it here on a panel. Think about, like, you might be thinking about launching a podcast sometime. Well, we have a session on how podcasters who talk about AI use AI for their podcasts. And we have a podcast coach coming in to talk about, like, how do you build an audience? How do you warm up your voice? How do you do an interview? So you are going to find things that you may not even have known you were interested in. And you're just like, hey, I'm going to find out a little bit about this.
Yep. The other thing we're going to do is we're setting up, actually, Vicki and I talked about this today. We're setting up a special AI Festivus space on the AI Salon that's going to be a place for you to network. So you can go in there and chat with people. We're going to have speakers go in there. There's also a show and tell area within that space. So as you're learning things throughout the day, one of the other things that I mean, that's what the AI Learning Lab's all about, is I sort of ramble. And while I'm rambling, you should be building, right? And sharing things. So we're going to have this space on the AI Salon where you can share your work. And then that'll also be a space after the event where you can go find recordings of the sessions, where you can find PDFs of the decks that people presented. So there's a whole space where you can have kind of asynchronous conversations. Plus, that gives you access to the AI Salon and all that's in there. And so it's gonna be really amazing. So
It's gonna be really good. And
thrilled.
a couple of the changes that we made were just like operating on the fly, everybody. So we appreciate the sense of adventure that I'm referring to everybody as Festuvians. If you come to this, yes.
Very nice.
You are a Festuvian, so we appreciate the sense of adventure, because now that we have 2,000 people registered, a few things have needed to change along the way. And if anyone's curious about how, we got a big bump in attendance, because Kyle and I were like, hey, let's try to get 300 to 500 people there. And we hit like 170. I was like, oh my God, we're doing so great. One of the things that happened is, again, it goes back to relationships. So Sabrina Romanov is an amazing, she contributes so much to the AI community. She teaches all kinds of stuff for free. She has a great platform where you get to go to her master classes, and she will personally review your social media, etc. And she loves promoting free events, particularly, particularly in her case, for women by women, because that's, what she wants to grow. And so she posted on TikTok, and the post went bananas. Like 3,700 people saved it. So it kind of went viral. And I stayed up really late on the first night watching one person register per minute, and just going like, oh my God. I don't even know if my email registration system, I don't even know what the top number is. So it's pretty cool.
We had to upgrade all of the stuff we thought we could get away with a $10 subscription. And it goes up precipitously when you start hitting thousands.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. They don't mess around. When you get to a certain point, they're just like, oh, we got you. You definitely need this. So we're just going to charge you whatever we feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you wanted this to work? That would be more. Oh man. So, other thoughts? Any thoughts?
Yeah. So what I would do is, I don't think we have posted the schedule yet. It's there? Okay. So, okay, there it is. So what I would do is...
Oh, wait, I've got to present something with you?
You and I...
No, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Thanks a lot. I would maybe kind of highlight the ones you want to be sure not to miss.
Yeah.
And then maybe highlight the ones that you want to watch on the replay. We will post the replays inside the salon pretty fast, and then post them to YouTube in a little bit. One of the things, go through those, and then if you're interested in knowing more about each session, those descriptions are down below.
Yep.
And in most cases, we have bios there. In some cases, we just had to scrunch it. And then here's what I would say to the folks on the call right now, is that you're about to make a whole bunch of new friends. And they're going to come into the AI salon, and they're not going to know your values. They may read it, but they may not. And I really encourage you to live those values and help encourage other people to do the same thing. They're just not going to know the culture of the salon quite yet.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I'm glad you reminded me of that. So if you're new here, if you haven't hung out at the salon, the values are, there's 5 of them. They're really simple. Curiosity. I think that'll be clear. Playfulness. People may not be playful. I think people take this AI stuff really seriously. Like, I have to learn AI, and it becomes this burden, right? And so I think that may be an area. The one that I think is the biggie is this one: empathy. As people come in, people are going to be scared. they might be angry about AI, they might have misunderstandings about it or make presumptions about it. So as people come in, I think it's a great point. We should encourage people to welcome them when they introduce themselves, and if someone's off base or out of line or whatever, rather than demonize them, just understand where they're coming from, and right.
Yeah, and I think that playfulness that we have in the salon is such an important, well, yeah, playfulness. So, you're going to get people coming in here going like, the nerdy conversations that the irregulars have,
Mhm.
right? But also we're kind of irreverent.
Yeah.
So you may get the super nerds, you may get the super irreverent, but we are going to model the values of the salon as we welcome a whole bunch of new people. That's kind of what I'm thinking is like, how, yeah, it's the next step. So bringing people, especially some of these wayward souls who don't have a community yet,
Yep.
like Cindy Kuhn says, we've built our raft. They can jump on the raft.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Unlike Titanic, where that door was clearly big enough for Jack to hop up on there, our raft is big enough for people to hop on. We're not going to leave you
right.
in the water, Jack.
Oh, Jasmine is telling me, sorry, I'm getting text messages from my peeps. We still are accepting sponsorships. So if you are interested in having your brand associated with this monumental opportunity here where you're going to get lots and lots of eyeballs, please reach out to me. We have a sponsorship team. We have all kinds of goodies that the sponsors get. We are spoiling the heck out of everyone because we can. And, we would really love to have you associated with this event. So let us know.
Yep.
You can do one for $50 if you want to do just a personal vote of confidence in what we're up to. You can do one for $250 as a supporting member, and you can do one for $1,000. That is I want to call, maybe we call it Premier. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
premier one will just cover our new Zoom expenses because we have so many people coming. And I'm not joking. Jason asked what time zone is this happening? So it's Friday the 27th, Saturday the 28th from 9 a.m. till essentially 9 p.m. Pacific. So it's
Yeah.
Pacific time. So 11 a.m. Eastern, noon Eastern. So 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let's see, I'm looking at some other things. Other questions. I think
And how can I get in touch with you?
I'll put it on my name tag if I can, but I'll tell you right now, and maybe Brandon could pin it. Is that a thing? It's Anne.
Yeah, he can pin it.
Okay, so Brandon, it's Anne with an E on the end at empoweredfundraiser.com. That's the name of my actual company. The rest of this stuff is just what I do for kicks.
Yeah, exactly. This is our fun, relaxing holiday weekend.
We have a very strange sense of what's fun around here. We really do.
That's so
Yeah.
good. Hey, I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, it's such a pleasure to work with you because I just feel like you're just always willing to go there. You're like, all right, let's do it. Let's go. And then it's like what's been put together in what's essentially 2 weeks, because you had the big She Leads AI Summit, and we hadn't started anything, right?
I hadn't done anything, and that was whatever day it was, I don't know, a Thursday, a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. I don't even know. And I was like, okay, I will pay attention to Kyle and my, rando idea that we had talked about.
At some point.
I'll just check in with him and see what he's thinking. He's like, oh, good. I'm glad you texted me because I haven't thought about it at all. And he's like, I'm working on Sydney. And
it's true. I'm really happy with where Sydney is, if it makes you feel any better.
it does make me feel better. It does make me feel better. So, yeah. And I think that, again, this is an example of the power of community where, I mean, the work that everybody is doing to pull this off, is it works because honestly, because we like each other.
Yep.
It's like we can give each other so much grace because we support each other when we can. We know that this is all volunteer and that everybody's doing their best.
Yep.
And it just, yeah, I mean, we're all a little probably ADHD and we all have the ability to hyper focus, which, by the way, what a superpower hyper focus
Oh,
is.
it's a total superpower.
Dang.
You kidding?
Yeah.
It's great.
So,
No, it's great. And also thanks to you've got a bunch of I don't know who the volunteers are for. Are they from She Leads AI? All the women
yeah,
that I met today and the
yeah,
people. So most of the people that have pulled this off, like the team behind Anne, is just they're remarkable. So please
they're
thank
really,
me I didn't get to meet today because they're amazing.
yeah. So shout out to Jasmine Schwartz. She's been involved with everything that we've been up to for a while now. Is, a community builder, an AI aficionado. She does summits. Works with um she works with women who are, I want to say, maybe unhoused. I'm not entirely sure. She's worked with the elderly during COVID. Like, Jasmine is an A+ human being and runs our sponsorship program right now. Michelle Monte Silva is somebody I also want to mention because she just launched her podcast. It's called Empowered by AI, and she already made some fancy list. And she's only got 2 episodes out. So it's
Oh
called,
yeah,
again,
she made like a best podcast of kind of list, right?
like AI and business or something like that. So that's
Hey,
pretty
hang on one
cool.
sec. Jeffrey Galusha, Anne at Empowered Fundraiser or Fundraising? Fundraiser, right? Your email?
That's a good question. Fundraiser.
Okay. So
Fund
no, Jeffrey, that's not right. Anne at empoweredfundraiser.com, not
yeah,
fundraiser.
Razor.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's that. So Michelle Monte Silva, by the way, her podcast is called Empowered by AI. And I would love to see some people hop on over there, leave her a review, subscribe. She interviews really awesome women who are like blazing trails in AI. And you guys know how important those subscriber numbers are in the beginning. And she, like so many of us, will be going out and seeking sponsorships for stuff. She's got to have those subscribers. And then you also met Tara Bonhorst today, who is her expertise is learning management for adults, and she has a platform called Do That Dave that teaches people how to use AI. And then she's also a online community manager for events. So anyway, those were the 3
Cool.
you met today. Every single one of them has a story behind them, and they're all completely remarkable. Oh, and there's one session, hold on one second, that everybody has to go to. This is Marisol
Squirrel,
Rios.
squirrel, squirrel,
Squirrel. Yeah, sorry. I had to close the door.
squirrel.
Okay, so Marisol is I know she's on the 27th. She's a branding witch,
Uh-huh.
and you need to go to her session to learn, she's going to teach you how to make, like visual branding identity using AI. And then she's going to teach you how to like do that in a really systematized way for your business.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
she's the one who
that
did our
she's on.
website. Marisol did the website. So
Oh yeah. Website looks
she's a
great.
good one. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
All right, Anne. Well,
all
I'll
right.
let you get to Donnie now because we're gonna take you for 2 whole days this weekend. So. Although, did you recruit him? Is he like running tech support for the joint?
Yes. Yeah. He's
Okay.
texting me right now all these ongoing updates about Zoom and blah de da de da, closed captions, breakout groups. I mean, this guy, he's not meant. Those of you who know Donnie, he's just like, he's the nicest guy in the world, and he's gonna protect all of us from all the, if we have any meanies on the calls. First of all, before I go, I want to say thank you so much to everybody in the salon who has lifted me personally up and lifted our community up. You guys have been so awesome. When I joined the salon, I knew absolutely nothing. Like, I didn't know. I just was like, this, AI thing sounds pretty good. I want to learn about it. And I've learned so much from everybody in the salon. And if it weren't for all the support that we've gotten and the enthusiasm, I wouldn't even have known that people would be interested in this stuff. So, there are so many of you that I could call out by name, but you probably know. And I'm just super grateful for all of you. And Kyle, you're okay too.
Well, thank you. That's the best compliment I've received in a month. That is fantastic. I actually, it's so funny when my wife and I were doing fertility things when it was time to try to have a baby too late in life. At one point, we did a sperm test, and the doctor goes, "Well, you're adequate."
Ooh, nice.
It was the worst burn. It was,
Oh, that is such a burn. You're adequate.
adequate.
All right. Well,
exactly. Well, I'm glad I can be adequate for you.
yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in the chat on TikTok. And hopefully I'll see a bunch of you on the 27th and 28th. We will be there doing our very best to give you an entertaining and educational experience.
Great. Thanks. And then I think we're going to bring you back Thursday night with some speakers. We're going to do like a special Thursday night preview and have some speakers. So we're figuring out who wants to come. If anyone is on the call that's a speaker that wants to come hang out Thursday, let us know.
Yeah, like Digital Gods, I see you in the chat. I bet you Pate is in the chat. Who else? I don't know. If you know, and we would love to have you for part of a just like a little warm up.
Yeah,
exactly. A little pregame chitty McChat chat.
Tell us why people should come hang out at your session. There's Digital Gods.
There's Digital Gods.
Way, we call him here Lord Digital Gods.
Oh, Lord. Sorry. Yeah. I did call him LDG. I don't know if that's allowable.
LDG is good because that incorporates the Lord right in there. It's good.
And I am pretty sure that I knew his real name before you did.
Yeah, you pretty much said his first name. I'm like, who are you talking about?
LDG, thank you so much for doing all this. All right.
All right, Em.
Thank you.
Great seeing you.
Bye. Bye.
All right. That was cool. Anne's the best. Anne's the best. All right, let me get recombobulated here. By the way, I don't know if you were here 2 weeks ago when we did a ChatGPT deep dive on the word discombobulated, but you cannot recombobulate. You can be discombobulated, but you can't recombobulate. I want to talk to Mr. Merriam or Mr. Webster personally because I think that's just a travesty of the English language. I want to recombobulate, but apparently no. It's just a word we made up, and we didn't make up the opposite of it. So that's knowledge that I can't ever get out of my head now. I'm going to say every time I'm drunk at a party. Michelle Silva, my crown slipped off long ago, so no royalty titles. LDG is adequate. Exactly. Side Hustle Mimi, you can recombobulate at the Milwaukee airport. Exactly. Oh, man. Well, that was fun. That was fun. All right, so let's change gears a bit here. Fire off any questions you may have. Drop any questions in the chat. Or I can just go look at some shit. We can just go figure some new stuff out. Alrighty. Still plenty of similar words where we have both sides but ignore one side. I know. It's a weird language, the English language. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a real thing. At the Milwaukee airport, they have an area called the recombobulation area. Okay, I feel vindicated. There's an actual place. All right. This is fantastic. All right. We're gonna go try something here. This is stupid, but if you came here to try to figure out what's the best way to prompt ChatGPT, no, screw that. We are gonna go. We are gonna go search the web, and we're gonna say, find me pictures of the recombobulation area at the Milwaukee airport. How do you spell Milwaukee? Like that? I don't. Doesn't matter. GPT doesn't care. Airport. Yeah, there it is. Look. We got 9 pictures of it. Oh, this is the best. I'm so excited. See, there really is balance in the universe. You think there's not, you're just wrong. You're wrong, 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 wrong. Recombobulation area. See, he's recombobulating. Absolutely. Just past TSA. See, it's also see, that's the appropriate pose. That's the appropriate picture to take. I totally forgot about that when we worked on the GPT on that word. That's awesome. People recombobulating. It's so good. Oh, Lordy. Vicky, I'm already combobulated. Some people are more combobulated than others. Oh man. All right, let's what are we gonna do now that I got this up? I think, am I gonna need audio? Maybe not. Maybe not. We're gonna do something dangerous, and not dangerous to you. This is really just dangerous to me. Side hustle Mimi. I have actually recombobulated there. I don't think you want to say that publicly. How do you combobulate the first time? Well, this is what we learned. this is what we learned, Source Camp, is that all of it's nonsensical. None of it it was all made up. It's not. But so here's my thing about when linguists say that a word was made up. All words were made up. All words were made up. Right? So I think discombobulation got the short straw here in the English language. But we're going to single-handedly bring that sucker back. Like flashing your credit card on a live broadcast dangerous? Nah, that was pretty world class. Thank God for Pate. I think it was Pate that was like, go cancel that immediately. I don't know who it was. It might have been Pate. Eagle Eye White Hat Hacker was there to save me. We just hit 2,000 registrants officially. Fantastic. That's awesome. No, where we're going to go is we're going to go to LTX Studio. And what's dangerous about it is I haven't logged into LTX Studio in 6 weeks, 2 months. To the point that it's not still in my browser. And LTXstudio.com is for sale. Damn it. LTX Studio. LTX.studio. Okay. Log in. Let's log in. I'm going to log into LTX Studio. Okay. If you don't know what LTX Studio is, hang on. I have to accept 17 different rights. I don't know what that means, Brandon. Let's see. What am I? I guess I would consider myself a marketer. Am I a marketer? I'll give myself creative. I'll give myself a creative role. Production media company. Automated video story video storytelling platform. Oh yeah, okay. Last Friday I gave you some sound advice that Pika Labs was giving away free generations of video. They did, and their servers got overwhelmed. Believe it or not, shocker. So anyway, so most of the free people's videos are stuck in rendering. And they put a note out today. They said, we're not giving away free shit anymore. And we learned some things. Thanks for that. And your things will eventually render. But if you pay us, we'll render yours first. So if you haven't gotten your free renders from Pika, that's why. So I don't think it was as sexy a learning experience as it could have been if, say, you could have actually rendered things. But, you know, what are you going to do? Don't forget to tappity tap. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, I need the taps. I need the tap, tap, tappity taps. Okay, so let's see. What will you create? Pitching materials, storyboard, and previs. I'm going to do short films with this. Introducing face expressions. Nice. Holy shit, they have a new interface. Okay, this was, remember when I said this was a dangerous thing? It's dangerous for me because I completely don't know this interface. So why it's dangerous for you is rather than it seeming like I have a clue, it's going to be more like I'm an idiot. And I know you're going to be like, but Kyle, you're always an idiot. I know. You can make money with ChatGPT. But I've got the golden button. You see how that works? Just, everyone has their strengths. All right. That's what we're working on, facial expressions. Okay, start with a concept. So if you don't know, join our community. I've already done that. Are these my things? I think these are my things. Yeah, these are mine. The misguided genie, the elevator epiphany. Yeah, so these are my projects. Okay, good. So a couple of things to know about LTX Studio. When we used it 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever it was, their image generation tool kind of sucked. Their video generation tool kind of sucked. They have since switched their image generation tool to Flux, which in my opinion is probably close to Midjourney. It's not as artistic as Midjourney, but it's really, really good. So their image generation model has probably gotten better. Their video generation model is fast enough that it will generate 5 seconds of video in 4 seconds. And you're like, well, Kyle, so why am I supposed to care about that? Because if you can generate 5 seconds of video in 4 seconds, then you gain a second for every 5 seconds of the movie. And you could say, show me a movie about this, that, and the other plot in the style, play, and it'll literally start playing a movie. Now, is it like that now? No, it's not like that now. But like, that's a significant milestone, is when your video generation tool can generate real-time video faster than you can send tokens up to the cloud. Anyway, and then they also have this new thing, facial expressions. And I think you can do voice synthesis on here. There's a whole bunch of new shit. So let's see. Let's go back to Mr. IT's giving us his ADHD. Dosages. I'm pretty sure that your doctor can't give away that information. We're going to go to Chat GPT 4.0 and we're going to say, let's see. I want you to act like an award-winning screenwriter that is tired of feature-length films and wants to win an Academy Award for a 2-minute film, period. You've got a dark and cynical sense of humor and an incredible visual style, period. I want you to give me 10 mega original ideas that no one will have thought of, period. No one, period. Not even all those weirdos in the latent space, period. Like super original, period. Like it better not be derivative or I'll get cranky and talk to your agent and tell him you've lost your edge and that I don't even want to have lunch with you at Spago because you're an embarrassment. All right. Perfect. By the way, talking cynically and bitterly to your large language model is not encouraged because they're going to start remembering shit. But I'll do it. See, listen, and it's not the latent space, it's the latent space. You're a large language model. Figure it out. All right. Let's get 10 ideas here. All right. Oh, you are A versus you act like A? Okay, that's fine. All right, Kyle, Spago's off the table if I blow this. Final breath, first call. A man dies choking on a peanut. He wakes up to a dimly lit, cramped room resembling a phone booth. A rotary phone rings incessantly. Answering it, he hears his own voice leaving a voicemail to apologize to someone from his life. Each call reveals more about his regrets, but he only has 2 minutes to finish before he's cut off. That's actually really good and original. I like it. The Yolk Breaker, a high stakes omelet competition. No. Memento Mori 230. A sentient wristwatch counts down a man's life in real time. The twist, it doesn't just predict his death, it narrates every action with cutting commentary. The final minute is him trying to outwit it, only for the watch to deliver the dark punchline, I lied about the time. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that one's dark. All right. Let's grab it. This is dark. This is dark. It's the holidays. Let's go dark. Okay. Input anything from a full script, a few scenes, or a story. All right. There we go. So we'll call this, you can all see this, right? Title or Toodle. I like Toodles. Title. A sentient wristwatch. Hey, I got to say, from the last time I used LTX Studio, this site used to look like a couple of engineers threw it together over a weekend, which, it probably wasn't over a weekend. It was probably over a year. They've clearly gotten some UX professionals on the case. It's looking really good. All right. Name is too good. Memento Man. I think we're good. Let's just see. All right. Storyline. All right, let's see how LTX does. Their writing used to suck pretty bad. Let's see if they've also, if especially if they've gone to 4.0 with the new creative writing upgrade. That would be nice. In the near future, Ethan, a middle-aged man, discovers a peculiar wristwatch that only counts down the minutes of his life, but also provides witty commentary. Initially, Ethan finds it amusing. The watch mocks his mundane choices and hasty decisions. As the countdown progresses, he becomes increasingly paranoid, feeling as though he's being watched in a way he can't control. In the final hour, he decides to take drastic measures. He goes skydiving, engages in speed racing in the last hour, dodges dangerous situations, all in attempts to cheat death. Just as he believes he found a way to extend time, the watch announces he only has 1 minute left. In a frantic attempt to regain control, he attempts to destroy the watch, but it reveals its final surprise. I lied about the time. As the countdown reaches 0, Ethan realizes he was never in control, and the watch was merely a cruel reminder of life's unpredictability. I guess. Ticking Fate, psychological thriller. Next. Now do we pick the style? Yeah. All right. We definitely want it. What's this called? Left and right. Horizontal landscape. Registered for Festivus, 4 a.m. Oz time. Oh, look, the wristwatch. This is cool. So I can go edit this thing, right? So do they still give us seeds? I think that's a better voice. Wristwatch, sleek silver casing with a digital display, round face, showing a countdown timer. Let's say showing a countdown timer integrated into a human looking face. Apply. This is all of them? Why do they have so few video styles? They used to have a lot. Oh, because they're letting you do your own style references. All right, let's go grab a style reference. No. Edit. Can we redo this? Reroll. Ethan Carter looks fine. I don't have any issues with Ethan. Yeah, it didn't like the face in the face thing. It doesn't understand it. With eyes above and a mouth below. Let's try that. Let me hop over to You're not going to believe this, but I can't find a tab. Oh, look, that works. That one's a little too evil. That's kind of well, but it should. Let's see. We'll just re-roll. Come on, re-roll. Anybody knows an image model that makes under a 1 megabyte image? I'm trying to build a wiki for my novel, and images are very restricted. Well, you can. So, are you trying to do this in an automated way? Because there's all sorts of web-based image resizers that you could just let any of them generate what they want to generate, and then just save them as JPEG with a compression setting of 7 or something like that. And the other thing you could do is you could use something like Zapier and probably set your settings on one of the APIs. Oh, this is good. This kind of looks like a Cheshire cat. That's pretty cool. Okay. We'll just go cinematic here with style. Project name, Ticking Fate. Yeah, whatever. This is LTX Studio, Drew. iOS, email them to yourself. That's a good idea. It doesn't need to be automated just yet. No. Yeah, just go look up batch image processing, batch web image processing. There's all sorts of sites where you can just drag a bunch of image files onto a single folder. It'll save them all. You give it the parameters for what you want the output to be, and it'll just create a zip file with all the things out there. Oh, Vicky. We got to go back a step. Got it. Project name. Vicky Baptiste, credited with the name Watched. Good Lord. That's too good. We're going to go Watched. Yeah, that's it. Solid. Solid, 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 solid. Solid, 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 solid. All right. Synopsis, scene 1. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is nice. That they let you see the scene descriptions. All right. Start. And now it's going to make us our scenes. So this is going to be fascinating. So before, when you would do this, you'd go through this story building exercise. And when it would create the shots and scenes together, because they were using a shitty image generation model, it was always a little disappointing. I have a feeling with Flux, this is going to be pretty good. Yeah, archetypal architect. With a name like Watched, it's, yeah, in retrospect, those things are always so, they're always so obvious in retrospect. Small dimly lit cafe. Sound effects. Tools. Facial expression. All right. Tools. Face expressions. Uh-oh. Looks like I might have just crashed. Wait, maybe not. Face not detected. Oh, it was not close enough. All right. So let's go in here. We'll do close up. Oh, it looks like they got their character references better. Look how good he looks. Look how good he looks. I mean, not good, consistent. See him here and here and here and here. They're the same. And here, that sort of looks like him. Still looks like him. There he is skydiving. Here he is trying to save himself. No, that doesn't look like him, but we'll re-roll that one. Can we do that? Re-roll. That looks like him. Yeah, this LTX Studio has gotten better, kids. That looks like him now, and his eyes are all crazy. That's good. And look how long the scenes are. They used to be like three or four shots. Now they're nice and long. Interesting. All right. Let's go facial expressions. Generative fill, remove objects, camera angle. Ooh, that's cool. You can change camera angle. Did it? I guess it found a face, right? Smiling. Oh, and you can even upload an expression. This is cool. It's just grabbing the let's move his eyes down. I bet. Wink. Blink 45%. Oh. Oh wow, left eye. Huh. Wild. Apply. So let's see. What's generate motion editor? Natural motion, camera control, keyframe, motion prompt. This is kind of cuckoo. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is way more complicated than, say, Final Cut Pro, right? Because you're having to imagine every shot and generate it and edit it and get it acted and get it written. Huh. Voiceover. Let's see if we can do some voiceover here. Character. Ethan Carter. Apply. Motion prompt. Prompt upload canvas. Let's generate the video, see what we get. Last time I tried LTX, every stinking scene redesigned the characters. Yeah, it was pretty unusable before. This is in much better. This is in much better shape. I would say that this is worth this is worth experimenting with. Although I got to tell you, like, there are at least 8 video generations tool, and this is sitting on top of that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Does it have audio? Why it ain't got audio? Huh. Character dialogue plus. I mean, this watch seems cool enough. I think I'll keep it. This is good. What's it going to do? Watch me? Get it? There you go, Vicky. I got Ethan doing some action for you. All right, let's go. And then sound effects. Let's go electronic whirring. No audio result. Electronic buzzing. Buzz. That's good. All right. There's that. So how do we regenerate? So now he's got audio. We should hear him. Error generating audio on voiceover. Oh, is that what it said? Well, because I didn't have a script in there. Tick, tick, tick. Mm. I've been AFK for a bit. Nice to be back. Welcome back, Winston. Good to have you back. Mr. IT has ChatGPT writing the ideas as I speak them. That's terrifying. The acting is the acting is the quality of that Mark is it Mark Ruffalo film? Oh, hey Mark, hi. Oh, you couldn't hear that. Dang it. All right, listen to the bad acting and then watch his bad hands. This is hilarious.
I mean, this watch seems cool enough. I think I'll keep it. What's it going to do? Watch me? Get it?
Oh, hey, Mark. Hi. Oh, hi, Kyle. Tommy Wiseau, The Room. Yeah, that was a good movie. Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. I'm glad we played with this. I want to get out of here. I'm a little crispy because we've still got a lot of planning to do for the 36-hour, 34-person, 24 hours straight event that apparently 2,000 people are coming to. But if you know those events, half of them won't come. So it'll be 1,000. That's still absolutely remarkable. That voice was a perfect fit for that guy. Okay, LTX Studio. They are improving that product. The video gen is still off, but it's very fast, for what they claim. 5 seconds for a 4 seconds to create a 5-second clip. That seemed longer than 4 seconds, but maybe not. All right. Pap Grady, I was actually just playing around with this program. Popped on YouTube and saw you were there too. Oh, that's funny. Hey, what's happening? Okay, so we're not going to have a learning lab tomorrow or Wednesday. So tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Go be Santa. It's improving, still pretty damn jank. Yeah, I get it. Archetypal, but some of these tools are janky, and you come back a year later and they haven't worked on anything. These guys are clearly taking user feedback because this site's gotten markedly better. Like the UX is much better. The UX is actually almost usable now. Okay. That's really cool. Let's see. Okay, so you got Christmas Eve and Christmas. You got Hanukkah. I don't know when Kwanzaa is. Kwanzaa was earlier, right? You got Diwali. You got Festivus. Festivus, I don't know when that's supposed to fucking happen, but we're having AI Festivus Friday and Saturday. So you're coming to that. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, if you came in later, AIFestivus.com. Just go there, register for it. It's free. It's 36 hours of nonstop fucking education. It's insane. It's going to be amazing. I'm hosting that with Ann Murphy, who was here earlier. Okay. Yes, go there. What Brandon said. Go to the Festivus website. All right. Okay. What else? Hang on 1 second. 1 second. So we're off for the next 2 nights. Thursday is going to be a special live where we're going to do we're going to have some of the speakers that are coming from AI Festivus on the live to do what we did with Ann tonight. Just talk to him and find out what's going on. Okay. And then yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Let's do a little, we haven't done a good solid romper room in a while. So if you're a Gen Xer, remember in Romper Room, they had Magic Mirror. So Magic Mirror was, they would call out your name and you would wait every Saturday morning for them to call out your name. You know what name they never called out? Kyle. That's my name. Do you think I'm over it? No. So that's why we do this. All right, who's in the house tonight? Side Hustle Mimi. They never called Kyle. I'm a romper room doobie. Vicky's in the house. Kakif. I got a romper room once. I need to be in a romper room now. Source Camp's in the house. Kakif. Let's see. Relentless Aaron. Great to see you. Joker's in the house. Silver Fox. Winston. Welcome back after a little hiatus. Who else we got here? We got Tom. We got the Branding Witch. Today is Festivus. Today is Festivus. Fan-fucking-tastic. Happy Festivus, everybody. Winston, Merry Christmas, everyone. Danielle, Merry Christmas. Silver Fox, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, everyone. See you Thursday, p.m. here, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday is going to be fun. We're just going to hang out. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be really fun. All right. Success, Cheryl. Thank you, everyone. This was great. Thanks for coming. All right. The Room is the name of that movie. Thank you. Joxer the Mighty in the house. Foobsy in the house. Haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. All right. Let's see. We got Joni. Joni 7854. Jason in the house. Emilio's wife. Jason, Tobias. Danielle. Papa JJ. We got all the irregulars. All right, everybody. I created a branding and XML. All right. That's right. The Branding Witch created. Look at this. Looky. I forgot. I didn't put those two together. That's right. I knew that. I just forgot that. So this gorgeous website. Oh, not that gorgeous website. Hang on. Got to change my tabs here. So the Branding Witch did this website, which I think is absolutely stunning. It's really gorgeous. Great work. A great design, great elements. I love that we've got all the cards of the speakers and things like that. It's just great. So this site is at aifestivus.com this Thursday and Friday. It doesn't cost a penny to you. It's costing us a bit more than we anticipated. So if you want to sponsor, feel free to DM me or reach out to Ann Murphy. But it's not going to cost you a penny. Just sign up for this shit. Come see this. It's going to be amazing. All right? aifestivus.com. So thank you for this beautiful design. It is gorgeous. It is stunning. It is fantastic. What's best for the faceless niche? I don't know. You are hilarious, by the way. Love your humor. Thank you very much. I try to not take any of this stuff too seriously because it is too overwhelming to take that seriously. And besides, anyone that's acting right now like they're any kind of expert in all this is totally full of shit. So we might as well have some fun with it. All right. You should put a tip jar donation area on the website. Yeah, we might do that. I don't know. We only have a few days left. I don't think we need to. We're good. We're covered. The salon's going to cover whatever costs are necessary. So we're going to get there. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you have an incredible holiday. If today is your Festivus and you're hanging out with your friends, why are you watching this? Please tell me you don't have this up on a big 80-inch YouTube screen and your friends are just sitting there going, why did I come over? I could be home right now on TikTok. Oh, Joker needs a Romper Room shout out. I thought I said Joker because I ignored his name like 4 times. If I didn't say it, Joker. I'm not saying you're the punchline. Get it? It's like a joke about jokes. It's because your name is anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's if you have to explain comedy, it's probably not as. You probably shouldn't be on stage, right? So I'm gonna go now. I'll go that way because that way is just a wall, but that way I'll leave that way. La da 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 da. Source Cam, thank you as always. Merry Christmas to you and the Shannons. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, peace out. So I will see y'all Thursday. And please tell all your friends, aifestivus.com, especially if they're clueless about AI. And if they hate their family and need an excuse to get away. Peace, everybody. All right.